Hi, this is Mr. Ng going over your Math 4, quiz number 4, 3.1, 3. On section 3.2, taken October 31st, 2016. To do your quiz corrections, remember on this blank side over here, this is where you should be doing your corrections. So if you got the problem right, you can write the word correct. If you got it wrong, go ahead and write a sentence of why you got it wrong and then redo the whole problem so you don't make that same mistake on the test. Directions: show all of your work in the space provided. Box your answers. Question number 1 is multiple choice and it's worth 2 points. It says find the value of k. The diagram is not to scale. So here I have a triangle and I notice the numbers here. They're inside the triangle and it has a little 0 there. That's degrees, so that would be 62 degrees. That angle is, this one is 45 degrees and this one is k. So we need to find the value of k. If you label these angles interior, interior, and interior, you'll notice that we'll be using the interior triangle sum theorem. This would be blank plus blank plus blank equals 180 degrees, and then put in each of your angles into the blank, 45, 62, and k. These combine like terms, use your calculator to get 107. To move this 107 across the equal sign, that would be subtraction property of equality, and you get k equals 73. That would be choice B. Question number 2, multiple choice, 2 points. Find the value of x. The diagram is not drawn scale. Again, we have a triangle, but notice you have some angles now. This one's an extended line, so this would be an interior angle, and that would be exterior angle. This is called exterior angles theorem. This would be blank plus blank equals blank. The blank, these two blanks would be interior angles. That would be 72 and x, and then the exterior angle would be 105. So you could just subtract 72 from both sides and we'll get x to be 33. Remember, this is essentially a shortcut of using linear pair, so I can probably do that and get 75 degrees. 75 plus 72 gives me 147. Subtract that from 180, triangle sum theorem, and you'll still get 33 degrees. Question number 3, multiple choice, 2 points. Find the value of the variable. The diagram is not to scale, so you need to solve for the variable x here, and they give you 114 degrees and 47 degrees. Now I put in a y angle here. Let me do it first. There's 2 ways of doing it. Let me show you guys using vertical angles and triangle sum theorem. So there's 114 degrees, and if I use vertical angles, they are congruent. Vertical angles there, and then I can use triangle sum theorem. Blank plus blank equals 180. There it is. Add these 2 together, get 161. Subtract 161, you get x equals 19. So that's one way of solving the problem. The second way, probably a lot of students try to use and would have been incorrect. I'm going to assume that maybe they tried to take 114 degrees, and they thought that was the exterior angle, and they thought x plus 47 equals 114. So if I subtract 114, minus 47, and some students thought the answer was 67, and then some students thought that the answer was 66 or 67 and it's not there. Well, that's an incorrect assumption in that 114 does not lie here, and that's why I added y. So there's 2 ways to solve the problem. You can use linear pair. So 114 plus y, that's going this direction. Notice how it forms a line. You subtract 114 from both sides and you get y equals 66. Once you have that this angle here is 66 degrees, then that is your exterior angle. If this is 66 degrees, then you can do interior plus the exterior, which is 66, subtract 47, x is equal to 19. So whatever method you use, you can actually get the same answer. Great thing about math, multiple approaches there. All right, let's go ahead and try question number 4. Multiple choice, 2 points. In triangle RST, the measure of angle R is 58 degrees, and the measure of angle S is 73 degrees. Which inequality is true? Okay, so there is no picture, so go ahead and draw triangle RST. I did there. And then it tells me the measure of angle R is 58. There's R, 58 degrees. S is 73. There it is. And then if you use triangle sum theorem, which I have here because I'm missing angle T, blank plus blank equals 180. Those add up to be 131. And then go ahead and subtract 131, you get angle T to be 49 degrees. So there, all 3 angles add up to 180 degrees. Now, they gave me angles and triangle inequalities, or it talks about here inequality, it tells us about the sides. So if I list these angles from least to greatest, 49, 58 to 73, then I go across and the angle tells me about the side. For example, 49 degrees tells me about the smallest angle, tells me about the smallest side. This side is RS. Across 58 degrees, that would be ST. And across the biggest angle tells us about the biggest side, so that would be RT. And I noticed here that this is in the correct order, RS. Now notice this one, I wrote ST and this one says TS. Well, those are the same because you can interchange those to be 2 points to form a segment, okay? So choice number 4 is your answer. Moving along, question number 5. Multiple choice, 2 points. Which 3 lengths cannot be the lengths of the sides of a triangle? So if you give me 4 choices, that means 3 of them are going to be a triangle and 1 is not forming a triangle. This is the activity did in class with the noodles. So if you take the 3 numbers, for example an A, and you do 3 mini problems, you're going to add any 2 of those sides and it must be greater than the third side. That'll be 31 is greater than 23. Then you take the other 2 set of numbers, 14 plus 23 must be greater than 17. And then the 2 numbers I haven't tried yet, 17 plus 23, which is 40, that is greater than 14. And you'll notice that this happens for all of these. Again, you're using all 3 sets of numbers and making combinations of 3 mini problems. But if you look at choice D here, 6 plus 10 is not greater than 21. It is less than 21. That means this was a triangle because it's all greater than. This was a triangle, all greater than. This was a triangle, all greater than. This one's not a triangle because this one is not greater than. Also, if you recognize a pattern we talked about in class, you can also just check the 2 smallest numbers. 6 plus 10 less than 21. That means these 3 sets are not a triangle. 5 plus 7 is the smallest number, 11 plus 11, and 14 plus 17. Now, if it's an isosceles triangle like B, you have to do that kind of problem twice with those numbers. So 5 multiple choice questions, that means that side was worth 10 points. Going on to the back side, question number 6. Let's see if I can get in there. This was the proof that we did in class. We did it twice. And all you had to do was just memorize this proof. Complete the proof either using a 2-column or a flow chart. And so I used a 2-column. I showed you that in class. Given information, triangle ABC with line segment AB. So here's AB, and it tells us it's parallel to CD. We know it's parallel in the picture because I have these 2 arrows. Always in a proof, the very first thing you do is you take the given information. So this information, triangle ABC with AB parallel to CD, write that for statement number 1. And your reason is given. So in order to get 2 points out of 4, you would have to write that exact statement right there. Some students just wrote triangle ABC. That's incorrect, and therefore I only gave you 1 point. To receive at least 3 points out of 4, you would have to tell me something such as either angles 1 and 4, or alternate interior angles. So there's the Z, right? Parallel line to the transversal, that's angle 1. And parallel line to the transversal, that's angle 4. So 4 equals 1, alternate interior angles. Same thing with 2 and 5. There it is, parallel line to the transversal, parallel line to the same transversal. 2 and 5 are alternate interior angles. You could have also received the 3rd point out of 4 if you wrote a statement such as angles 4 plus angle 3 plus angle 5 equals 180 degrees, and that's because of angle addition postulate, or straight angle is 180 degrees. Now, some students wrote the word linear pair, and that would have been incorrect because linear pair meaning you have like a pair of shoes, it's only 2, or 2 angles. In this case, this is 3, and we did talk about that when we did the problem in class. So now that you have the angle addition postulate, you can just take, instead of writing 4, based off this clue up here, you can just write 1. 3 stays the same. Instead of writing 5, you can write 2. So I have 1 plus 3 plus 2 equals 180 degrees, and that's because of the substitution property. Here's the diagram here. Find the measure of each angle, and each of these are worth 1 point. I try to show you how I kind of did it with 5 little pictures there. This was angle 5. So as a quick review, if you have these notations on your, you should have these notations. I may have made a mistake there. If you put an X there, that's incorrect. Checked means it's correct, and you have a 0 through a slash, so that means you left it blank. Again, I made some errors and some errors. Okay. So if I'm looking at this problem, I started here at 75 degrees. If I go across there, that gives me vertical angles. That is, make it a little bigger. Let's see if we can get in there. That one's 75 degrees, so I have 75. And this is where I copied triangle RUS there. That's 75. This one down here, these are complementary angles, equals 90 degrees from the box. And if they tell me this one's 33, that means that one has to be 57. So for RUS, 75 and 33. And there's angle 2, triangle sum theorem, you'll get that one to be 72 degrees right there. If you know that this one is 57 degrees, or sorry, let's do the big triangle, RST. So that would be angle 2, the 90 degree angle, and 4, so I can ignore the 33 and angle 3. So angle 2 we just figured out was 72 degrees. You have our angle, which is 90, and 4. So if you do some subtraction, angle 4, triangle sum theorem, this would be 18 degrees there. If you know that this one is 18 degrees, so if you do all 3 of these angles, angle addition postulate equals 180 degrees. So that'd be 18 degrees plus the 40 that gave me an angle 5. Then you'll do, you'll figure out that that one is 122 degrees. Let's see, we got those 3, and let's do, let's see, angles 2, 3, 4, 5. We need angle 1. So this is an interior angle, that's an exterior angle. There it is, interior, exterior. Add those 2 together, and you'll get 115 degrees. And last problem, fill in the blank square so that each row and each column contain all the digits 1 to 3. Cross out 4 and 3, I told you guys. Numbers in the cages are the darkened areas, may repeat as long as they are not in the same row or column. So these are Ken-Kens. All you have to do is put in the numbers. In this case, this is a 3 by 3, so only the numbers 1, 2, and 3. Remember, you cannot repeat any of the numbers in a row, which I'm showing you right there, or a column that's going up and down. I tell you the math operation, 2 numbers to add up to be 3, that's 1 and 2. That means I'm missing them 3 there in that row. I need another number to add up to 5, so that only number is 2. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Here's the easiest one, the freebie. Look, notice has no math operation there, so you just write your 1 in there. That means this one is missing a 3, so put a 3 there. Then the other number I need to add up to be 4, that'll be a 1 plus 3, and those 2 numbers are 5. So you'll notice no numbers repeating, going in that direction. You can also recognize a pattern that might help you going diagonally. You might see some repeating numbers, and you have the numbers 1, 2, and 3. The front side was 5 problems times 2, that would be 10 points, and then 13 points. This one, you got 4 points, it's correct, or 1 point, it's wrong, get 1 point for trying. So this quiz was add up 23 points. I hope that was helpful for you to do well on your test on Tuesday. Good luck.